In this video, I'll show you how to run Facebook ads for financial advisors. So let's assume you have a business manager, you have an ad account. It's pretty easy. Once you have those, you want to click on create right here and click on leads, continue. And then I like to run my campaigns pretty differently based on the budget that I have. But I'm going to set up the most simple campaign structure for you guys. So let's just say we're going to run everything through one campaign. So let's just say this is financial advisor campaign 1. All right, and for this campaign, we're just going to go with ad set budget optimization. I'm not going to turn this on because I want to test different things within the actual ad sets themselves. Okay, so the first principle of Facebook ads is all about testing different things. You're always spending money, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't, killing what doesn't, and keeping what works. And how do you know if something works or not? You determine what's an allowable cost per conversion for you. What I mean by that is, I know that if we get appointments between $200 and $300 per appointment for our clients, they will be profitable because of the quality of the appointments, because of the proven track record of closing rates for these appointments for our clients. For example, if we get appointments for $200, for every $2,000 we spend, we get 10. I know that 1 out of 10 closes, and I know that the average person moves $300,000 to a fixed index annuity. That's about, say, $20,000 of commissions for the insurance agents, for the financial advisor. That's a 10-to-1 return on investment. For them to make this work, they don't have time to do that themselves. Watching a video like this might help you understand everything, but there's a lot more nuance to it. So they pay us a percentage of that ad spend for us to do that for them, right? So the first part is to know what's an allowable cost per appointment for you, okay? Because we're going to generate appointments for this. I don't want you to waste your time searching and calling leads that are uninterested and wasting your time doing that. I want you to get qualified appointments. So back to the point of what is an allowable cost per appointment for you. Once I know that my target is to get appointments for $200, let's say, I'm going to look at the campaigns after we do all this and say, okay, well, this got me appointments for $200 or more, kill it. This got me appointments for $200 or less, keep it. So how do I get there? Now, for me to have that outcome, I gotta split test a bunch of different stuff. And there are two variables when it comes to Facebook ads. There's the audience and then there's the creative, okay? So the audience, that's one part. The creative is another part. I'm gonna give you the most basic way to set this up, which is to set up 5 different ad sets, which means you're gonna target 5 different audiences. And then within each ad set, we're going to have 5 different ads. You never make one ad. You always make 5 to 10 because you never know which one is going to resonate the most. And the ads have to be written in a specific way, which I'll walk you through at the end of this video. So this is the overall theory. Let's get back to the practice. So this is going to be audience 1. And I'm going to choose website because I always want to send people off of Facebook to my own thing. You want to create your own pixel. It's not that hard. There's a trillion YouTube videos about that. And for the daily budget, so if I want to get appointments for $200 or more, or $200 or less, right? I know I need to spend at least around 3 times my allowable cost per appointment. So what's 3 times 200? That's $600. I usually leave it up to $500. If something spends more than $200 and it doesn't get me any appointments, I just kill it. It's probably not going to be a pretty bad campaign. If it spends $500 and the cost per appointment is more than I want, more than $200, then I kill it. If it spends $500 and the cost per appointment is under $200, then I scale it. Then I increase its budget. I put more of my budget. So whether you have a budget of $5,000, $10,000, or it could be $100,000, this is pretty much the same theory. So for me to spend $500 on something to know if it works or not depends on how much budget I have. If I have $1,500 for the whole month, then I can only test 3 things that month, right? So I would personally, if you have a lower budget, I would go for larger audiences and test the creative, because the creative is going to have a much bigger impact on the results you're going to have than the audience. So the lower the budget you have, the more you want to focus on more testing creatives and not audiences, okay? Versus if you have a higher budget, then I can go nitty-gritty detailed and make it even more efficient. Then I can go and test different audiences. But let me just assume most people who are going to watch this They want to do it themselves, so that you probably have a budget of $1,500 to, I don't know, $5,000 a month, which I can tell you with what we're doing right now, it's very hard to compete with that budget, but this is kind of the best way to do it. So let's say you have $1,500 a month, which is about $50 a day. So I will go and set up a campaign for $50 a day, or sorry, an audience of $50 a day, and then I will go and choose the audience that I want to target. Okay, so I will go and choose United States of America for the ads. And depending on your market, most of our clients go for 55 and up, people that are retiring soon or have already retired. Depending on your target audience, you might choose all men or women. And then here you want to choose which audience you want to go after. So for example, go after financial advisor. And this is an interest. So financial advisor, you want to choose the interests, not the job titles, because the job titles means you're going to actually target financial advisors with your ads. You don't want to do that. You want to target the interest kind of targeting. Okay. So once you put one here, you just click on browse and it gives you, or suggestions, and it gives you a bunch of them. Okay. Financial plan is a good one. Wealth management is a good one. Stock market is a good one. Certified financial planner is a good one. So you can go through this and see which ones are interesting and which ones are not. So if I target, for example, technical analysis, I want to think about who would be interested in technical analysis. Most likely, it's going to be either financial advisors, day traders, or if it's a pre-retiree/retiree, that's somebody who wants to do it themselves. That's why they're interested in technical analysis. So that's not going to be the right audience for a financial advisor ad. So this audience I would stay away from, right? Let's see. Property investing, for whatever reason, people who invest a lot in real estate, they don't tend to want to buy annuities a lot. So anything that has real estate interest, anything that's related to real estate, I try to avoid, because I noticed that if somebody's already figured out the real estate game, they know they can get like 7, 8, 9, 10% almost guaranteed returns from the market, from their real estate investment. So they're not going to be interested in annuity as much. That's just my personal experience. So I try to shy away from that. Money is a little too broad. Like, look, 500 million people in here, like that's too broad. So I'm just showing you what not to do, because all of these are good. I'm just showing you the ones that you should not use. Security, I don't know, I wouldn't use this one. This might be good, but it might target the actual financial advisor. So you always want to think, if I look at a specific keyword, what kind of a person would be interested in that keyword? So if you look at certified financial planner, board of standards, this is like, who would know about this? Most likely people who know about this are financial advisors who are looking to become a CFP, and they're looking for the board of standards and all that. You're not going to find like a pre-retiree/retiree who's looking to just basically protect their assets, looking for the board of standards for CFPs. Like, that's not. So I would shy away from this, because it would just show your ads to financial advisors and not actually regular people. But the rest of them are okay. So this is kind of the filter that I went through my mind when I'm choosing the audiences I want to target. All right. And then placements, I usually, just to keep it simple, I use Advantage Plus. I just let Facebook decide where they want to place it. But if you have the budget and you want to go deeper, then you want to go test different things. Usually always Facebook feed and Instagram feed are the best. But I like to just give Facebook the money and be like, hey, figure it out. Because Facebook, what it's going to do is it's going to scan your ad copy, your video, and it's going to realize, oh, this person's targeting old people that are about to retire, and he's helping them with, or she's helping them with financial planning and retirement planning. So let me show that to those right people. So Facebook does a thing called basically targeting with your copy. So they scan your copy, they understand who you're targeting, they show it to the right people, and they choose the best placements, and sometimes even the best audiences if you have enough conversions in your pixel. So that's how to choose an audience. And then here you want to choose the page, and then you want to put the ad copy, the headline, the description, okay? And this is where the magic happens, to be honest. So for you to write a good ad copy, I usually follow a format of hook, story, offer. Okay, so hook, why should I watch this ad? Why should I read this ad? Okay. Story, explain to me what you just said. Offer is why should I click off of Facebook and go to your website? Okay. Usually what I say is something like, hey, there's a way for you to participate in selling the stock market upside with no downside and potentially no advisory fees. Well, it's using an insurance contract that a lot of people have been using since the 90s, blah, 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 blah. You kind of explain the concept. And the good news is this could be possible for many people that are reading this right now or watching this. The bad news is I can't explain everything in this video, and it wouldn't be a fit for everybody. So I need to understand a little bit more about you. So what I did is I created another video that's going to offer you more details about this way of getting potential stock market upside with none of its downside and sometimes no advisory fees. Click the link below. Go watch my longer video that gives you more details. My name is so-and-so. I am a financial advisor. I've been in the industry for blah, blah, blah. I've helped this many people get this result. This is why I'm qualified. I want to give you this video because I am, insert your reason why you want to give me the video, and have another call to action. That's it. So hook, story, offer. The hook is the most important part. If you spend 80%, I guess that's unreasonable, but you want to spend at least 50 to 80% of your time writing copy on the hook, right? And the hook is really the first sentence. You only have about 3 seconds of people's attention on Facebook, so that's the first sentence. The story is the explanation of the hook. A good hook will have some element of curiosity in it, so you want to explain what that curiosity is without giving out all the details. And the offer is why they should click off of here and go to your link. Why should they leave Facebook and go to your link? So that's really it. Then I just qualify. You want to qualify yourself. Then call to action. Click the button below to watch my video now, something like that. That's it. That's my format, and that's how I write all my ads. The nuance is how do you do it right, and the nuance is what's too long. So usually I use this format to write my ad scripts. My ad scripts are anywhere from 90 seconds, 60 to 90 seconds, nothing more than a minute and a half, and that works pretty well for us. The headline would just be, no cost retirement planning video, for example, $500 value, right? Or could be whatever your video title is, right? So stock market upside with no market downside. And to make it compliant, you might say, is stock market upside with no downside possible? Upside potential. Something like that. I'm not giving you our actual ad copies. I'm just giving you the framework, because even if I do give you our ad copies, by the time you watch this video, we will have come up with something much better, and they wouldn't have worked anymore, because you got to keep these fresh all the time. But I'm just telling you, this is how I think about writing ad copy and description. And by the way, we always use video ads. Just think about it. Like, people don't read. People like to watch videos. You probably spend most of your time consuming online content in YouTube video formats or Facebook videos or LinkedIn videos. Most people don't like to read, okay? The average American reads 1 book a year, okay? How much YouTube videos do they watch? Probably an hour and a half a day, all right? So video works. And video, you wanna be dressed up professionally, be in an office looking setting, and look somewhat legitimate. That's a joke, right? Definitely look legitimate, and follow this framework, okay? Don't wing it on your video. If you wing it and I plan for it, I will win. So you want to plan for your video. You want to have good lighting. You want it to look professional. You don't have to spend $5,000 on a professional videographer to come and record videos with you, but definitely make it look professional, dress professionally, and use this format and keep them less than 90 seconds and script every single word. You don't have to remember every single word. You can basically just talk to the camera and read one line after the other, and have pauses in between. Have somebody else edit the video for you, remove the pauses, and make it look sharp. But those are the hacks for video. The other part is never record one video. The hard part about recording videos is getting yourself to do the video and finding the time to do it. So if you find yourself that you're in the mood to record videos and you've gotten yourself somehow to do it, record at least 5. If you can record 10 or 20 or 30, do that. But record at least 5. So that's really the format. And in the website URL, usually I like to send people to a page that has a short video, 5 to 10 minutes, that explains what we're talking about. Like explain your promise, dude. Explain what you're talking about here. And then have a button for them to go to book on your Calendly. And that's it. You don't want them to give you their information for you to go and call them and chase them. It's a waste of your time if you're somewhat successful. You want basically to have people that are qualified go and book a meeting with you and self-qualify. Have them list their assets on the Calendly booking form. Have them list what their biggest problem is and make them basically answer the biggest questions you need to know if you can help somebody or not. Okay? So that's it. So what I'm going to do is this is ad one. I'm always going to have the same link. Not always, but for this campaign, I'm going to have the same link, the same landing page. But the thing I'm testing for is the ads. So I'll just duplicate this, right? Quickly duplicate and have 5 different ads right here. And then once I have 5 different ads, I will duplicate this and have 5 different audiences. And I'll, of course, change the audiences, right? And the ads, of course, I will change the actual ad. It's like, what do you change in the ad? Do you change the copy, the headline, the description, the video? I like to change the copy and the video, okay? So those are the biggest things that are gonna make the biggest difference. All right, the headline, the description, they're not gonna make a big difference, but the copy and the video, that's what I would change in my 5 variations. And in the audience, again, if you have a low budget, don't go nitty gritty. You can't afford that, okay? People that can spend $10,000 a day can't afford going nitty gritty. If you have a low budget of, $1,500 a month, $5K a month, even $10K a month, just go with the most broad differences and try to target as many. Try to make the campaigns, the variables are changing as different as possible. If I'm going to change my audiences and I have a low budget, I'm going to make these audiences extremely different. So maybe I'm going to group the certified financial planner, financial advisor, like the job titles as interests in one audience group, and then I'm going to group the stock market interests in another audience group, and I'm going to group the wealth management interests in another audience group, if that makes sense, right? And then once I'm done, I just hit publish. That's it. So 1 campaign, 5 audiences, 5 ads. I'm not going to make this any longer. It's already at almost 20 minutes. Let me know if you have any questions. We recommend with our structure at least $10,000 a month to spend on ads with Facebook, because our structure is it produces a high return, and I don't see anybody really having success with any less than that. But if you're just getting started, this would be something that I would try for sure. Okay, so if you have any questions, I'm very active in the comments, post them below. I have another video that I made about this, I think a year ago. I just wanted to make this video to show you the kind of updated ad platform, what Facebook looks like now, and my new thoughts on this. Oh, and one last thing, never mention taxes in your ads. They're going to give you really low quality leads. They're going to waste your time and never going to buy. Okay, that's it. Any questions, post them below. And if you're a financial advisor, you're doing more than $10 million a year in fixed index annuity production, and you have a team of at least 2 people, go to clients.blackbox.com, and maybe we can do this for you. All right, take care. Bye.